Have you ever wondered what happens when an urban legend turns out to be real? Imagine driving alone on a desolate highway at night. The road stretches endlessly, swallowed by darkness, and the hum of your engine is the only sound. Suddenly, you see someone on the roadside, someone who shouldn't be there. Would you stop? Comment below with your thoughts. Have you ever had a creepy experience on the road? Or heard a chilling tale you want us to explore next? Share your stories and suggestions. It began with Alex Carter, a journalist known for chasing strange stories. His latest assignment: uncover the truth behind the legend of the vanishing hitchhiker. He believed it was just folklore until the night it became personal. Alex was returning home from an interview late one evening. The road ahead was empty, illuminated only by his headlights. As he turned a corner near Blackwood Forest, he saw her, a young woman in a pale dress, standing by the road with her thumb out. Alex hesitated. He remembered the stories, but convinced himself it was a coincidence. He stopped. The woman climbed in, her face pale and her eyes distant. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice barely audible. "I need to get home." She gave an address in the next town. They drove in silence. Alex tried to ask questions, her name, if she was okay, but she only nodded or gave soft one-word answers. When they reached the house, Alex turned to tell her they'd arrived. The seat was empty. Alex froze. He hadn't heard the door open. The car was still locked. Panicked, he rushed to the door of the house. An elderly man answered. When Alex described the woman, the man's face turned white. "That's my daughter," he said, his voice trembling. "She died 10 years ago, right there on that road." But this was only the beginning. Determined to find the truth, Alex started investigating. He found similar stories. People who picked up hitchhikers that vanished without explanation. Every account led back to Blackwood Forest. The deeper Alex dug, the stranger things became. Locals whispered about a curse, a series of car accidents, disappearances that were never solved. Alex's obsession grew. He started driving that road every night, hoping to see her again. And one night, he did. But this time, she wasn't alone. Two figures stood by the road, a man and a woman, both pale, both silent. They climbed into Alex's car. The woman gave the same address as before. The man pointed ahead but said nothing. Alex drove, his heart pounding. As he reached the destination, he turned around. The back seat was empty again. Alex didn't stop this time. He sped to the nearest police station. But when he described the figures, the officer's face drained of color. The man Alex had seen died in a car crashed 20 years ago on the same road. He had been driving the woman home when they both perished. The legend wasn't just a story. It was real, and it was far from over. Alex soon learned that every person who saw the vanishing hitchhikers would eventually meet them one final time, on the same road, on the same night, their last ride. But Alex wasn't ready to believe that fate had been sealed. He tried to break the cycle. He left town, changed his routines, and avoided Blackwood Forest. Yet, no matter where he went, the road seemed to find him. The same stretch of highway, the same figures waiting by the roadside. The final twist came one stormy night. Alex drove, knowing what was ahead. But this time, when the hitchhikers appeared, they spoke. "It's time to go home," the woman whispered. And Alex understood. The legend wasn't about them. It was about him. Do you believe some stories are more than just tales? What would you do if you found yourself on that road? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let us know which chilling legend you want to explore next.